back from a loss like that?
I mean, you know, it's always tough, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the season. That was just one game, and that was just, you know, something to put a chip back on our shoulder. So we just have to um, correct it and get to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati is ranked. It's homecoming for them. It's certainly going to be probably a little bit electric atmosphere there. Like, what do you expect going into a place like that against a team like that?
I feel like it's always more about us than them, but at the end of the day, you know, the atmosphere should be good, you know, homecoming. And I feel a little disrespect that they picked us for homecoming. So, if anything, that should give us a little more energy and a little more edge going in there.
So clearly, that's something you embrace, having that chip on your shoulder.
Of course.
Did that end of the fourth quarter, did that kind of show what you guys are capable of, and is it maybe a little frustrating that it didn't happen till then?
Yeah, it always is a little frustrating because we always preach, you know, playing complementary football. So that's on all three phases of the game, you know, having each other's back. And it seems like we weren't doing that, and it all kind of came together at the end. We just wish we done that all game.
Sawyer said y'all haven't had a game like that, a full game like that, where all three phases complement each other. You feel like that's coming, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I feel like it is coming. You know, everybody always makes mistakes. Like nobody's perfect, but that's what we strive towards. And I feel like we're getting real close. You know, like you see glimpses of it at the end of the game. Defense gets a stop, we score, we get the onside kick. Like that's all three phases of the game. That's proof that we can do it right there. We just have to put it all together.
Can you put into words what keeps y'all fighting and believing even in situations like that?
Just the work that we put in. Nobody but us, offense, defense, special teams, and our coaches come in here and grind throughout the summer, grind throughout, you know, fall camp. Nobody knows the work that we put in, and you know, just our brothers on the sideline with us. I'm not gonna give up on the defense. The defense is not gonna give up on us, and that's what really keeps us going.
I mean, you've been UIW and Texas State. Where does this team rank in terms of that closeness? And Dave Randall likes to use the word care factor a lot. Where does this team rank in terms of that?
Yeah, it's all the way up there. I mean, like even when it comes to doing stuff outside of football, whether that's on Thursdays going to the movies or just different things like that, hanging out with each other, talking mess in the locker room, like it all just brings us closer and closer each every day.
You and Ashton seem pretty close, obviously. Was that good to see him have that kind of game that he had Saturday where he really put up a lot of numbers?
Yeah, I love to see that because I know what Ashton can do. Ashton knows what he can do. I mean, the whole team does. And, you know, we have so many weapons that, you know, one game he may not get the touches that he wants, but someone else will. But just seeing Ashton be able to showcase the things that he can do and see the energy that he brings to the team, because whenever he makes a play, he's fired up and we're all fired up for him. So it just really excites me when I see stuff like that.
That touchdown Sawyer threw to you in the fourth quarter was a pretty epic pass. Does anything like stuff like that, does that surprise you when he does stuff like that? It's just out of this world.
Not at all, honestly, because we get reps all throughout the summer, throughout the fall. We come to the indoor and throw when there's nobody here. So that was just like another pass, you know, honestly. And we got put in the right situation, and he put the ball in the perfect spot where I could get it. So
Forget if we've asked you, like, when you first got here, what was your first, like, interaction with Sawyer? What were your first kind of takeaways from meeting and kind of being around him?
really, he's a great guy. He's just a workhorse. Like he's ready to work at all times. He knows how to balance like having fun with also being able to get your work done. So that's what I really like about him.
I guess going to Cincinnati, what's the mindset? How do you hope to bounce back after that TCU game?
Just excited for another opportunity. You get to compete against a top 25 team at their house up there in the north, so it'll be fun. It'll be cool. I think everybody's excited about that. Of course, we hate that we lost, but the good thing about it is the season isn't over, and the only thing we're guaranteed is another chance to get better. So that's how we're looking at it this week.
What are fixable things on defense, I guess?
Communication, taking better angles, fixing missed tackles, fixing our MAs and coverage. You know, I think there are times where you watch the game and you see the potential to be elite. Like it's there. We just have to be able to do that consistently. And so the more consistent we are, the better defense will become.
Has this season at all been frustrating for you? You know, having Phoenix and Travion go down, maybe you're forced into maybe some different roles or play all around. Has that been frustrating at all? How have you adapted?
I wouldn't say it's frustrating. I hate that my guys went down. Like, you don't foresee that in summer or spring, especially when you're getting close to guys. So it's just nothing but praying for them. But like, it's adversity. Adversity hits everybody. So you just have to continue to work with what you're given. And so, you know, sometimes you have to study a little more here, get a little extra work more here after practice, and that's just a part of the game.
Dave was talking yesterday about how it's maybe been a little more volatile, or maybe fiery is a better word, so far this week. What can you kind of speak to that and how the team leaders are kind of trying to get guys in the right places?
Yeah, I love that. I love that fire. I love that passion. That's what football is about. You know, even if you're not playing, if you're at home watching the TV, you see, you know, dads get amped up, jumping off the couch, spilling the popcorn, and that's what it is. That's what it should be. And I'm glad that we're getting to that this week, and it just makes it so much fun and makes preparation easier.
How are you seeing younger guys respond to that?
I'm seeing young guys take it well. At first, you know, a lot of them were the guy from their hometown or their high school, so they're used to not being told when they were wrong. And so now you're finally seeing guys come to and realize that you guys are trying to help me and not hurt me.
You've always been kind of a voice on this team. Have you used that voice more over the last 4 games or so?
Yeah, I've definitely learned. It's one of the things that I needed to work on, was just learning how to use my voice and use certain words. You can't talk to everybody the same. Everybody comes from different places. I know where I'm from, it's always, you know, when you yell, I'm locked in. And for other guys, you kind of have to pull them to the side and talk to them and let them know that, hey, I'm here for you, but I have to get on you so we can be better as a team.
Dave talked about Cincinnati's offense. I mean, good basically in every room, wide receiver. What do you see from Cincinnati?
Yeah, elite running backs, a really good quarterback, receivers are good, O-line plays really good as a team. So excited. I love playing against really good teams because it's like the bright lights. That's what you live for. And so, you know, we just got to step up to the mantle and take the trophy.
Is this team unique? It seems like whether it's SMU, Kansas State, even the fourth quarter against TCU, you always have fight.
Mm-hmm.
What is unique about this team that never gives up?
Yeah, I think this is our first time playing a team where they're like really good all around. Like, there's no fish or whatever they call it for the O-line, but like, it's just a really solid team. They play really well together, and that's made them elite this far this season. So we're ready to attack that.